Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we went makeup shopping and got a bunch of new products. I actually went to take my older sister makeup shopping like last week, and she has been calling me non-stop asking me, do you put the concealer on first? When does the blush go on? Do I use a beauty blender or do I use a brush? Girl, if you don't get off my phone wasting my free minutes, for real. All these questions. No, I'm just playing. I love my sister, but I wanted to make this video as like a step-by-step of how I do my makeup, because I do my makeup how I do her makeup, and she loves when I do her makeup, but now I want to teach her how to do her own makeup so she don't have to call me on FaceTime throughout the day asking me how to apply blush, okay? But yeah, we picked up a bunch of different products. I think in all I spent like $80 between the two stores, and I grabbed a bunch of different products because girl, y'all know I wasn't taking her shopping and not buying nothing for myself. Hello, who does that? But yeah, trying out a bunch of different makeup products is how I created this look here. I hope you guys like it. If you do, stay tuned, keep watching, and yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Woo, baby. Clearly I be catfishing the boys, because who you just saw and who you see now, different people. However, we're about to get real cute. So I'm gonna just start by diving into my Ulta bag and pulling out everything we got. So let me just really quickly go over everything I got. So I picked up this primer from e.l.f. It's the Luminous Putty Primer. Haven't tried this before, but it says a universal glow infused with hyaluronic acid and vegan collagen. I then picked up this Putty blush in Turks and Caicos, and it said this is infused with argan oil and vitamin E. There it is there. And then I picked up the Morphe Bacon setting powder in the shade Translucent Rich. So that's that here. What else? Oh, I got the Morphe Continuous Mist Mini Setting Spray, or Mini Continuous Mist Setting Spray. This here, I've been wanting to try this out for some time now, but I was being cheap because the full one is like $20 or $24, and then the mini was $12. So baby, $12 over $24, I'll take it. Normally I'll use the Mario Badescu Rose Water Setting Spray, but yeah. So the most expensive thing that I brought is what I picked up from Sephora, and it was the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Honey. That there. I also picked up the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right into it. I'm going to start off by using this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Normally I like the baby skin primer from Maybelline, and that's what I normally use. So this is what the putty looks like. You guys can make that out. It feels like oil. And it do have a little golden hue to it, but it feels like I'm putting like an extra skin balm on. The one that I use is more so like a silicone feel to it, and this one does not have a silicone feel to it. This has more so of a oily feel to it, or like a hydrating. It feels like lotion in a sense. Next, I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation at the moment, and it is the Nars Sheer Glow, and I am in the shade Macao. I like to go in first with a brush. I'm just going to be using this buffing brush. I think that's what it's called, or I really don't know, but it's by Real Techniques, the name that rubbed off. And just start to put this on. Okay, so I got a nice even coat of my foundation on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my concealer. For concealer, I will either use either or, but lately I have been kind of mixing them. But I like this Juvia's Place concealer. I'm in a shade 11, or my favorite, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Olive. So I like to go on the side of my nose. And that's gonna make it look a lot slimmer. And I'll go right here, and then I'll go up like that. Do you guys see? So again, I'm gonna go down the side of my nose. And I'm gonna go up like that. Then I like to do down the bridge of my nose, like that. A little bit over here on my forehead, a little bit right here, and a little bit right here. So I put my concealer on and I like to let it sit for a minute, typically maybe like 4 minutes or so, because it doesn't dry down too fast, so I can still work with it. But once it dries down a little bit, I'm gonna start to blend it and push it into my skin using a damp beauty blender. Okay, so now I went ahead and blended in my foundation and my concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this Laura Mercier translucent powder and honey, and just set in all of those areas that I apply my concealer. I'm gonna do a semi-bake. I'm not gonna make a whole 3-layer cake, but I'm gonna make a little pie in the oven using this translucent powder. And this is how it looks. And girl, this translucent powder was $40. 40. They need to get it together. They better be $40 worth it. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see. This is kind of what the powder looks like. It's really, really yellow. So I'm gonna be using my little sponge to press this in. I'm gonna use this actually because this picks it up a lot better. Like I said, I use this little sponge thing. You can get them from the beauty supply store if you have one by you. And this picks up the powder a lot better than the wet beauty blender. So I used to use this, but I've started to use just this little puffer pad, or I'm not even sure what you call it, but these are all the areas that I like to set in. And I'll leave this on my face for a little bit just so I can get that awakened look. It just adds a little bit more brightness back into your face. And so far I've had the Laura Mercier, just the white translucent powder, but I really love that they made it in a more yellowy shade, something that's more complementary to people with more tan skin. So was it worth $40? Probably. Do they need to bring the price down? Absolutely. And another thing is, when I had like my mini little Laura Mercier thing, it gave me the little puff that comes in it. This one doesn't give you a puff. I think now you have to purchase that separately, and I don't like that. I think for $40, I should have the little sponge that should come with it. Like, I shouldn't have to spend $40 on the powder and then go spend like, what, $20 on the sponge? Get it together, Laura Mercier, because we love you, but honey, I'm not made of money, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna leave this on my face maybe for like 5 minutes, maybe for like 3 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to super bake, but I will tell you, I will dust this off first and maybe leave the under eye on a little bit longer. I'm just gonna contour my nose. I like to take this little concealer stick from Black Radiance and put it down the side of my nose. So like that. And then I'll add a little like this. And then a little underneath like my jawline. So get it as close to your jawline as possible. You guys know where this cardboard box came from? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, if you know, comment. Because only the real know. After you put your contour on, you're gonna set it, especially if you're using a cream contour. So I'm gonna be using my bronzer from BareMineral in the shade Warm. And now I'm gonna be trying out this Morphe Bacon Set powder in the shade Rich Translucent. This is just going to be like an all over face powder. And so this is what it looks like. It is pretty brown. Hopefully this doesn't mess up my makeup, because I've never used it before. I'm just taking a little bit and tapping it off, and I'm just gonna go over my face a little bit, just so I don't have any flashbacks from the yellow setting powder. So now I'm going to be going in with my highlight. I have been obsessed with this Too Faced You're So Jelly highlighter in the shade Gilded Champagne. This is it right here. I got this from my girlfriend Maria. Shout out to Maria. She let me have this and I'm literally obsessed with it. So it's like a really like pudding-y, almost like pudding-like highlight. So I usually like to take a damn beauty blender. I tap some onto the beauty blender like so. And then I take it and put it on the back of my hand to take off some of that excess so it doesn't look too overpowering. Because if you put it on just straight out the thing on your face, you can get a lot of product and then it can get like patchy. So, whoa. Baby, that is a highlight. Put that on, I'm gonna go in with this Putty blush in the shade Turks and Caicos from e.l.f. You can use a damn beauty blender, but I think I'm going to use just a stippling brush to pick this product up. Okay. Y'all see something? Because I don't see nothing. Girl, hold on. Let me use my hand instead to apply it. But do you see right here? It's starting to pull my foundation up. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. I'm going to be using the Celestial Thunder palette from Dominique Cosmetics. Again, this is another gift from Maria. Shout out to her. So this is kind of like a new product because I haven't tried it out yet. But this is what the inside looks like. Wow. Lots and lots of pretty colors. I'm going to mainly be using these two right here. Which is the shade Storm Dust and Lunar Eclipse. I'm just gonna start with that orangey shade and put it into my crease. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this next shade right here, which is Storm Dust. And I'm kind of gonna go and put it over where I just put my transitional shade, but a little bit lower, and then also focusing more on the outer corner because it is a hint darker. Next, I'm gonna be going in with this e.l.f. eyeshadow. It's like a creamy eyeshadow in the color Big Dipper. I've never used this before. Oh, I'm messing it up. And it looks a little bit like this. And I'm gonna be putting this, so I'm gonna be putting this all over my lid. So now I'm gonna go ahead and with this Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I picked this up a week ago. I have used it already, like maybe once. But it's supposed to give you like really big lashes. But girl, I don't have anything to begin with. So, is it really gonna give me long lashes? No. So this is with none and then with the mascara. I mean, I'm not mad at it. She did something. I am gonna go ahead and add some lashes on top. They're actually a pair that I've already worn, so they're just some dollar store lashes. Ain't nothing special, girl. They was $2.99. Actually, these eyelashes were really offensive. Like, they were really, really thick, and I had to go in and like thin them out a little bit. Like, I did not want to look like I was about to take flight for $2.99 by the eyes, okay? And looking like a cheaper version of Spirit Airlines by the lashes. No, thank you. No offense to the people that like their lashes that thick, but honey, for me, it's a no. Okay, so I have my lashes on. Now I'm gonna go ahead in with a black eyeliner. I'm gonna take this little puff and I'm just going to add a little black liner. To my eyebrows. I like to take some edge control gel and like a little loofah. I know it's not a loofah. What is this thing called? A spoolie. And I take a little bit of gel and then I brush my eyebrows up because I like my eyebrows really fluffy looking. So I'm just going to be taking that and gelling them up, fluffing them up. I'm gonna be going in with this Morphe micro brow pencil in the shade Java. Normally I typically use the Precisely My Brow by Benefit, and I absolutely love that one. So hopefully I like this. It does have two ends, so you have the spoolie on one end here and then you have your pencil on the other end. Go back in with my blush because, as you know, earlier I didn't like that blush that we used, so I'm going to be using this blush from Milani Cosmetics. It is a baked blush in the shade Bellissimo Bronze. So if you're someone on the tanner side, you may like this because I think it really complements darker people's skin because it's like a nice little orangey shade. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with this Jaclyn Heel, the Flare highlight palette here. Again, this was another shout out to Maria. Like, when I say my friend Maria hooked me up, like, sis hooked me up. I absolutely love Maria. This is the inside of the palette. Oh shoot. This is the inside of the palette, some of the shades here. I like to take the two top shades, Glow Up and Made You Look, and mix those together and then put them on the apples of my cheeks as soon as I find my highlighting brush. I'm gonna be lining my lips with just like this maroon lip pencil that I've had for so long. I got it from the Dollar Tree. I mean, not the Dollar Tree, the beauty supply store. So whatever you like to use to line your lips. Okay, so next I'm gonna be using this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipstick in the shade Cedar Later. Is it here? And then lastly, I'm going to be setting my face with the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. That is it for today's video on this look here. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching this makeup tutorial. If you do like makeup tutorials, I'll do more for you guys in the future. I did one before on my channel and it didn't get a lot of traffic, so if I do see that people are liking it, I will continue to make makeup tutorial videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and before you leave, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.